Hello, my name is Darya Haitoglou, and today I would like to share with you my 5 favorite books on habit change. So, the first one is called Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg, and Dr. Fogg is the founder of the Behavior Lab in Stanford, at the Stanford University. This book is really a great structured way to learn how to change your habits starting small. And BJ had a course that I took a few years ago online on how to chunk down your habits to make them really tiny so that you can go on changing them very quickly. And last year he turned this course into a book, which I'm happy about because it's a very easy and comprehensive at the same time with lots of graphs in it, lots of text, but quite structured and very well written. And what I like about it at the end, he has examples of how to phrase the habits, how to chunk them down very practically into like 100 ways or 100 different tiny habits for reducing stress, tiny habits for work teams or for more productive, for brain health, etc. So there are plenty of examples. So really recommended. Next one is written by a student of BJ called Atomic Habits, Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. International bestseller of 1 million copies sold. James is not a doctor or a scientist, but he is an interesting character. He's an example of his own method in a way. He has created a habit of writing every day, and he has a popular blog with hundreds and thousands of people following him. Together with the book, which I really like and my husband likes it, James created a habit journal which comes with a pen. It's a little bit expensive to order, but I thought I would just go for it to see what works and if it works or doesn't. It's a beautifully made piece of stationery. It comes in a box. It's around $70 with the shipment and a beautiful pen. I love the aesthetics and design of it. But you don't have to really go for such an expensive thing. It's literally a notepad with a bit of structured approach on how to track your habits, and there's an explanation of the use of the journal and pages like this where you can create the visual representation of tracking your habits. The third book, which is a classic, is The Power Habit by Charles Duhigg, Why We Do What We Do and How to Change. This book is written by a journalist. Charles researched extensively the power of habit, and he has an appendix of references or a reader's guide to using these ideas that is as thick as a little book with lots of different references to research, to studies, science backed up. It talks about habit oath, how to do habit stack. So the guys really draw on this research that's brilliantly done by investigative journalist. Fourth book, written again not by scientists but by a practitioner called Mark Wallin, and you won't recognize it as a habit change book because it doesn't say on a cover. What it says, it didn't start with you, how inherited family trauma shapes who we are and how to end the cycle. And why I think this is important. The previous books were written by behaviorist and cognitive approach, let's say psychology methods. This book talks about systemic approach. In order to change habits that travel through generations, we need to look into those and really reshape and change them. This is a fabulous book for those of you who have already tried to change habits cognitively using your motivation, prefrontal cortex, to do some positive change, but may not be successful. Like some of the habits that I couldn't change, I changed with this approach. And finally, the fifth book, written by a woman, Dr. Johnson, The Little Book of Big Change, the no willpower approach to breaking any habit. And I like this book because it's written in a flow. You read it very quickly, and you realize that there is actually a very different way to approach the change rather than using the willpower, that quite a masculine structured approach. And we had a chat with Amy a few years ago, and then you can find our interview on YouTube, where we talk about Amy's approach and how she draws on her practice with psychotherapy and coaching in order to help people, and also Eastern approach of generating change that has a profound effect. So it's a bit of an advanced book rather than the previous ones, but I put it in my top 5 too. So here it is. Enjoy and let me know which ones you find most useful.